on, guys? It's your man, Big Veg, the Rocarazzi man. Roc Runna Radio, Roc Runna Press. We are your #1 networking tool for the media, and I'm here with the Billboard chart artist, topping, doing the damn thing, Miss Kim Cameron. How are you, Miss?
I'm fabulous.
Now, off camera we were discussing. I was picking her brain, and this obviously isn't your first time in New York. Well, even before I get into that, just in case those that are watching right now, why don't you give a little history on yourself, basically introduce yourself to those that might not know about you, basically who is Kim Cameron?
Okay. Well, I'm part of a band called Side Effects and Kim Cameron, and we do all sorts of dance music. We hit Billboard Top 20 a couple times last couple years, and
Couple times, more than a couple, but you being so humble. But go ahead.
And let's see, we come to New York regularly. In fact, we have a show that's coming up. We have 8 albums out, and about ready to release a 9th one, I think. Still trying to decide what that looks like exactly. And based out of Miami now, which is great fun.
Originally from Cali?
Originally from Southern California, LA, but have migrated over to the other side and down south.
You gotta give it up to her. She's doing her thing, been on the Billboard charts, and the grind shows from the music and the ambition that you have. Why don't we talk about that as far as your success being on the Billboard charts? That's important because a lot of independent artists don't get a chance to really see that whole vision, that whole light. You know what I'm saying? So why don't we talk about that real quick?
Well, I think we got lucky. I mean, that's the reality. Is we had a couple of really good dance tunes that the DJs really picked up. We had some great remixes that came out of it, and so that inspired a lot of the dance floor. But really, and Billboard is one of them, and it touches quite a few clubs. But the larger clubs that I'm kind of been known for are outside of Billboard, and they have their own charting system and things like that. And also over in Europe, we have a pretty good following. But I would say, what we're trying to do is create dance music that is current, but that we don't stay in that same sort of grind, because a couple years ago, the synth sounds and swishes and swells were really cool. Then everybody was doing them. And so I grew really tired of it. So we
want to try something different.
Right. And you have to, because people get bored. Their ears get tired of the same thing. So we kind of went to what I would say a nice lounge groove, and so that was the latest EP. And so now, I see some other people kind of following in that trend, and so I immediately get worried that, oh no, we're going to have too much lounge music out there. So we've started writing and have released a couple of them, which is kind of right in between the two, right? This high energy feel, but you've still got that lounge kind of, vibe going on. And so that's really the blend I'm trying to create right now. But I always want to be one step ahead. I don't want to be lingering behind, because I just feel like I don't want to be a follower. I want to be a leader in the back.
You want to be a trendsetter.
Yeah.
As far as your band, obviously you're the head singer of the band. How many members are in your band? You want to describe that real quick?
Sure. We have 5. 2 of them are dancers, and they're like amazing dancers. Sometimes I get a little distracted because I just want to watch it. I wish I could do what they did, but I'm not that good of a dancer. And then of course I have a percussionist who's amazing, and a DJ also that helps spin in between the live performances. Sometimes I bring up my keyboardist, and sometimes that depends on the show. So it's a very high energy, everything's moving kind of show. We will do some of our own takes on some covers. For instance, you'll hear one that's going to come out in the next month. We did a remake of Mad World, but it's a dance version, and it's very much kind of the opposite end of what was originally released. So, and we try to do stuff like that. We try to keep it current, but
Experiment.
Experiment. I think that's a great word for it. Be a little adventurous. Yeah.
Sup. As far as I guess you could say your sound, would you say you have that dance is your sound, like that? Basically, dance music is what you do personally, and because you said the word dance about a billion times in this interview, which is cool. I'm just saying. Would you say dance is like is your realm of music?
I would say I'm more of a dance lounge artist. I
Okay.
started out as a pure dance, not techno. Probably side more on the disco, the dance side than and definitely not underground. But right now I'm kind of pushing to. I love that groove, that the lounge, Nikki Beach, Buddha Bar kind of like it's so smooth, it's so cool, right? But I'm adding vocals and melody lines to it. So that's really the big difference between it and the fact that you can get out on the dance floor and still dance to it. Sometimes some of the lounge music is, at that 108 BPM and you can kind of dance to it, but more you're sort of doing the glide.
So it's either you could dance or you could, kind of sit back or a little bit of both in between. So let's talk about the releases that you have out. You said you have 8 to 9 albums out. Is there something coming in the works? Are you working on something? What's up with that?
Okay, so the one that I'm still trying to decide of how big this is it's called Naturally Yours, and we released Falling Stars, which hit number 1 on one of the DJ charts recently, and it did very well on radio, both here in the U.S. as well as over in Europe. That's the first single. And then the second one, which just came out last week, is called Wind Runner. We just released a music video that I shot down in St. Bart's, which wasn't a bad place to shoot a video, by the way.
Little in the window right there.
Exactly. So we did that, and I did a couple of previews of some more other singles that are going to be on Naturally Yours. And what I haven't decided, and there are already remixes that are ready to come out. I haven't decided, am I stopping there, or am I going to add a few more and make it into an album? So that's where I kind of like creativity kind of pushed me in the right.
You're in a creative moment where you're just creating singles and just going in the studio and I'm gonna do this today, and then not really looking forward to putting out something, but you're just in the creative mode.
Yeah, exactly. And that I had no plans on creating another one, but there were a couple of songs that just jumped out that in my head that needed to get recorded. And all of a sudden, before I knew it, I had recorded 4, and I thought, wow, I might as well record another one, right? So
keep going.
Right.
Let's talk about the singles. Obviously, you have out now. If you want to talk to our viewers about whatever singles you have out now, you can go ahead and plug that real quick.
Okay, so we have Falling Stars that is on several mix shows, and so you might be able to hear it in a radio station near you. Latest one is Wind Runner, and then I'd say in about a month you're going to hear a single called Wanna Go.
Goes obviously next single that's about to drop.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good. Let's talk about the whole radio thing. I mean, you obviously have somewhat conquered how to get on the radio, as far as you have a lot of people behind you. Let's talk about how let's talk to our viewers. Basically get some advice on how you think is the best way to get noticed by people, to get on the radio and to get radio play. How do you feel about that?
Radio's still a little bit of a mystery to me. I've had success in it,
Yeah, sure.
and so my success builds because I have already been on the radio. So, radio's they're a little bit shy, right? They don't ever want to be first. But if they see some other stations taking you on, then maybe that's
on the bandwagon.
Right.
That's how it goes.
So, I started off with people contacting the very small radio stations in the Midwest, and took that and leveraged that to go to some of the other major markets. And that has really helped. Now some of the major markets, they know my name, so they'll take a listen to see if that single will fit their format. So it people should never discount the smaller markets to start off with, especially if you have no presence at all. I think that works really well.
You basically branded yourself, so it's like you could kind of use that to your advantage.
Exactly. And with it being digital and people having internet, now all of a sudden it opens it up. There can be, I mean, there's some crazy radio stations I listen to from Ireland, right?
Overseas.
And who knows? Like they're probably, in a little hut for all we know.
What would you say is, I guess, the biggest, portion of people that's behind you? Is it the U.S.? Is it the U.K.? Like, what do you think?
It's I get a little bit of that. The statistics and
This is no disrespect. I'm just, we're just trying to figure out, who's following you mostly. That's all. No disrespect to any regions. Please don't catch no type of salt or feelings or anything. So for the record.
Well, I will tell you, in the U.S., the predominant states are New York, Florida, and California. Okay. In Europe, predominantly it's Croatia. Of course, the Croatian radio stations have been very much following my music, so that's probably a big part of that. UK, Germany, France, and I believe one of the Russian, what used to be part of Russia, but I can't remember which one it was. Oh, Slovenia. Yeah. So
shout out to the whole Russia, just for the record. Oh, go ahead.
That's right. No. So those are the big ones that are my followers. I have only a probably slight sort of influence down south of the border. So a little bit of Mexico, maybe a little bit of Brazil, but pretty much not really very much of the Latino market at all.
Pretty much the main spots in the U.S. and then overseas as well.
In Europe in particular,
Right.
yeah. Yeah, I haven't really seen like an uptick in Asia or anything like that. So.
Do you have any performances coming up? We could talk about that as well. I mean, that's important. You being an artist, you do dance lounging music. I'm pretty sure you like to, get your groove on and cultivate the crowd and all that. So if you want, you go ahead and plug your performances in the near future.
No problem. In February, I'll be out in LA at the Whiskey performing Grammy Weekend. And then there is a date in Chicago in March that escapes me, so I can't tell you very much about it because I can't remember it. And then we are planning on a European tour this summer.
So for those that want to stay updated with what you're doing, as far as the dates that you unfortunately missed or whatever, how could they follow you as far as your Instagram, your Twitter, any websites? Talk about that.
So the best way is to go to sideeffectsmusic.com, and on the front page has links to all of the social media that you can click on. So Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, I don't know, I miss it, MySpace, all of them.
MySpace? You have the MySpace too.
You can't help it. You got them. So I got them all. And they're all there. But I'm probably the most active on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I would say those are my ones that I pay the most attention to. Yeah.
She makes it easy. Just go to the site and then bada bing, bada boom. It's all there. Okay. Last couple of things. Once again, I want you to give some advice because you're an independent artist and you've had a lot of success up to now, and of course, there's gonna be more coming. Tell our viewers a little bit more advice on how obviously the independent tip is so high now in all type of genres. You know what I'm saying? Get some advice to those that are checking us out right now. How to get focused, how to stay focused, especially in the independent, realm.
I would say the biggest thing is don't be discouraged, which is really hard because you take 2 steps forward and you always get a step back. And never stop writing. I mean, you've never written the best song, right? It's you just. I'm still trying to write the best song, so never stop writing. When you get discouraged, which I know happens all the time, everybody gets discouraged. It's take a break. Like step aside, go running, but just take a break for that amount that says, okay, I can do this. it's shake it off and then get back into it. But don't give up. The biggest thing that I see with independents is they just give up. They just give it up. What they need to do is think of, okay, this way didn't work, so I need to go sideways and try a different route.
Yo, don't give up, man. Just keep going, man. And last thing, shout outs.
Ooh, shouts. I have a great team, and without them, I would be absolutely nowhere. So
Kind of lost.
I would be lost. So my shout out is to my entire team, and they are spread everywhere from the UK all the way across to Colorado, and in between. So thank goodness for them.
The whole team. Simple as that. And that's what it is. You know what I do, man. I interview all the exclusives, all the illest artists doing their thing. It's only right, man. Miss Cameron, she's doing her thing. Be on the lookout for her. She's definitely doing what she's supposed to be doing in the independent route. It's your man, Big Veg, the Rocarazzi man, Roc Runna Radio, Roc Runna Press. We are your #1 networking tool for the media, man. Stay tuned. I got more for y'all. Peace, love, and music.
This love so